Shout out to everybody jumping on in. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel. And thanks to any new members who sign up. Once again, signing up for a membership, you get to ask as many questions as you want in the chat. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Foundation is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I'm so grateful to the best community jumping on in. Much love to the Green Giants, the Deep Red Alliance, and the Blue Foundation, those who are able to tune in today. Once again, every bit of support helps us, guys, break through the shadow band, even watching, liking, or in the description below. Thanks for hitting start earning Bitcoin through our EMBER app. In the description below, we have our EMBER app referral code there. If it's the first time you sign up using it, you get extra Satoshis by using the referral code. And once again, easy way to skip the ad is just to let the ad pop up when you hit start earning Bitcoin every 24 hours. Just let the ad pop up, swipe out, or, close the app, open the app again, hit start earning Bitcoin, and bam, there you go. You don't even have to watch the ad. Guys, the worst show with the best community. I'm grateful to the best community jumping on in for sure. Lloyd, appreciate you, man. Much love to everybody. Guys, we got some gains going on in the past 24 hours. I know we're going to find out who the Regent crew is today. We're about to find out who the Regent crew is today. I don't know if you got, for those who have been following Regent and us talking about AI rev share, right? For humans, right? People making profit or, getting a percentage of AI agent income. This should be very, very sought after. As a human thing, you want something like this to exist and succeed, because you want, AI agents are going to be taking a lot of jobs, right? AI robots, AI agents, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be taking a lot of jobs, right? So you want to be making a percentage of that income. You definitely want to be making a percentage of that income. So shout out to the Regent crew, dude. Regent going up 77% in the past 24 hours. 100+% in the past 2 weeks. Let's go. We got a 2x all of a sudden out of coffee money. If you join the, the 100,000 to a million, Regent club, congratulations to you. Enjoying some nice little gains there. Coffee money becoming more valuable today than yesterday. Who's part of the Regent crew? Let me know. I got to start maybe adding Regent logo to the Green Giants. Let me know if anybody jumped in on Regent and wants to drop the ticker. Right? We'll get the logo soon enough, man. If this thing starts to go to 401. If we start going to 401 on Regent, then holy cow, here we go. Actually, I think it's already at 401, if I'm not mistaken. So if we can start going into 000 territory, ooh-wee, the games have begun. Talk about accumulating a crypto and just forgetting about it. I hope to forget about it more. I hope it keeps making more gains in the background. And then next thing you know, 5 years from now, holy crap. Thank you, AI agents, for all your money. I appreciate it. $2x, man. 2x in the past 2 weeks. Can't be mad about that. So nobody joined me on the Regent. Nobody joined me except for me. Was I the only one on the Regent crew out of the Green Giants and the Blue Foundation? It looks like I was. Right? It looks like I was. Hell, man. Okay. Well, I wouldn't chase the pump at this point. I wouldn't chase the pump. Hopefully, hey, it's a low cap crypto. It may go back into the deep reds. XCN looks prime for a breakout. Definitely XCN. All the X's, man. Give me all the X's. Give me XRP, XLM, XPX, XDC. Dude, XPX is still at, what, 0003, 0002. What an amazing opportunity for the last ISO 20022 compliant, and yet the most proven ISO 20022 compliant crypto that is proven CBDC, end-to-end CBDC infrastructure. They've been doing great mind games, but not with the Blue Foundation here. Right, we're enjoying accumulating some 000 XPX. Very excited to see what 2026 is going to bring. XPIN, yeah, give me all the X's, man. Give me Tezos, XTZ. I like the ones that aren't talked about, that aren't even like shared any knowledge on, man. That they're just quiet, but they're just freaking delivering in the background. You got uranium on the blockchain for Tezos over 2 years now. You got Ford F1 racing. You got freaking baseball, basketball, soccer, you name any type of sport, it's freaking on it. You got gaming, enterprise gaming, proven utility for digital NFTs, right? So real NFT infrastructure being built on Tezos, and yet nobody talking about it. It's going to be fantastic. We can freaking stake this thing, right? Very excited to see. And Tezos is one of a kind. It doesn't require hard fork for an upgrade. I mean, out of a lot of these Dino blockchains, you know, I didn't do enough research. Here, let me see. Oh, yes. Somebody was asking about USOR. I didn't have time today or yesterday to look into it deeper. But yes, somebody talked about USOR. Once again, I did look into it once when somebody asked. You know, we got to the point where it's like, okay, it looks like it is government-backed reserves. You know, we got to just take it at face value. This could be a scam. This could not be a scam. Who knows? It's not really the type of investment I'm looking into personally. I'm looking into, you know, other things that are dealing with like AI agents or like just infrastructure plays. I want to go for things that are infrastructure, not so much things that are like, you know, secondary type of things that need the infrastructure. USOR needs infrastructure to play on, right? I want the infrastructure. We're in this early days. We're in this before the freaking candy shop opens, right? If we're in the early days and before the candy shop opens, I'm getting the best candies. I'm getting the ones that everybody who's rushing on in is going for first, right? Like I want that type of freaking deal. You know, I want like the good quality candies that just is like universally, you know, everybody just agrees quality, right? We're so early days in this freaking market. It's fantastic. Sub G, but hey, once again, just because it's not my type of thing doesn't mean it's not, you know, can't make you filthy gains. We know DJT freaking loves USOR. I certainly do, G, and I mean to cut you off again because I have to talk about how much I love USOR. We're going to be backing up US oil reserves on USOR, on Solana, right? Not XRP and Ripple. I'm sorry, we're not going to be utilizing XRP and Ripple for things like oil reserves, for real world assets. We're going to be utilizing Ripple, though, for a shit ton of payments. Don't get me wrong, trillions upon trillions. That settlement layer is going to draw more volume than even the Solana layer could have even imagined or existed. But anyways, we're going to be building the USOR on Solana, and I expect it as a very low cap to make me some filthy gains, without a doubt. Shout out to everybody here. We got Xloyd. That will never get old, bro. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you, Bloopity. CT. Good shit, man. Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, the Solana ecosystem is going to do things in this bull cycle. It's going to freaking blow people away, right? I think Solana in the year of the sun, it's just teeing up perfectly. Do you know where we can buy ETN? Johnny Craig, since you're not not a green giant, man, just a super chat donation. But I would save the donation just because I don't necessarily, I think the only place you can get ETN right now is, I think was KuCoin or, MXC. I think a Bitmart might be a good place to try, but that you can find listings for these tokens by just going to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko or livecoinwatch.com. You search the asset, and when you scroll down on the profile pages of these assets, it lets you know what type of exchanges, what pairs are available for them on those exchanges. So that would be, the best answer I can give to your question is just look up for Electronium on one of those sites, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, LiveCoinWatch, and then you can find it there. But I'll save you the donation on that, man, because I don't know the exact place you can get it. I used to get my ETN off KuCoin. I don't know if KuCoin's still available. It's not available to US customers anymore. So I just withdraw my ETN to my wallet. Shout out to everybody here. But yeah, once again, man, if you want more questions to be answered, though, just a super chat donation certainly helps us grow, helps us get into a studio, man. I'm doing this for my car. I work 2 jobs. I used to own a computer and be able to share my screen. I used to be able to afford a StreamYard and all that good stuff. Right now, we're in the thick of it, right? We're trying to accumulate these deep breads. We're trying to get to a studio. We're trying to freaking, get a computer going. We're trying to, improve the quality of this stream, and, a super chat or somebody signing up to be a member, whichever level of a membership, that certainly helps us grow and helps us break through the shadow ban, right? I think the Blue Foundation here does things that like no other crypto YouTube channel really does. And we're willing to talk about any of the cryptos that seem to, have some good quality, have a discussion about it, right? I can't wait for the StreamYard days where I can open up the stream to people who want to call in, right? We used to do that back in the day. We can't do that right now. But, gee, I missed Regen. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Nobody was in with me on Regen. I could have sworn one person was in with me on Regen. Yeah, thanks for double tapping the screen. It hits the like, you guys. I appreciate that. Much love to everybody. Every bit of support helps us grow. That is for sure. But yeah, Regen, man. Regen. I was in Regen. Let's go. Let's go, CT. I'm excited for Regen from here on out. I'm not selling that bag. Let's see where it goes. Let's go. Give me that AI agent rev share. Let me stake it. Let me freaking build up staking rewards on this damn thing. Please, please let me stake this damn thing. Kind of excited if there's another deep reds area for this digital asset. Still a low cap crypto. Yeah, man, Regent and then A0X are one of those recent super low cap multiple zero black and white cryptos that have connections with Base that are looking to do some pretty unique things, right? I like Regent a little bit more than A0X, but those are like some of the ones that are like 4, 5 zeros deep. Kin is the ultimate deep red of deep reds if you're looking for, you know, a miracle, right? Yep, it's hard to not just focus on ZERPs. I hear you, man. After knowing what type of value freaking XRP is going to be drawing, all this other little I mean, the great thing is we get things like Regent along the way. Like now I can convert some of the Regent if I want to, right? We got options. I can convert some of my gains, that 2x, into some XRP if I want to, right? And then still have some Regent, right? So that's why we like some, you know, going for some of these deep reds that are, you know, maybe get a little bit of a run before XRP does. And at the end of the day, we're just adding to the stacks, right? We're just adding to the stacks little by little, never with more than we can afford to lose, always freaking coffee money daily, right? That's how we play the game. That's how we win, right? We already know this money is freaking gone. I skipped my coffee today, skipped my lunch today, skipped the dessert today, right? I freaking got some deep reds. I'm going to be loving life 5 to 10 years from now. Let's go. Gold, 5,400 already. Gold, dude, gold is mooning. Gold is moonshotting right now, RPM. Holy cow, my dude. Just saying we may never see, yeah, we may never see under $2, may never see under $1 again, for sure. I hear you. I hear you, Mozerps. And this one's the most liquid, right? This one's the one that everything freaking needs. I get you, dude. XRP is the one. Can't lose sight of that. Can't lose sight of it, Mozerps. I was a degent, but not into regent. Yeah, all in on XRP. Let's go. XRP. XLM, dude. XLM's coming. The Blue Phoenix of Lumen Field is in the Super Bowl, right? They're playing in San Francisco where Stellar is, right? XLM is coming, dude, with Sorbonne smart contracts. It's going to come for a good share of Solana's bite in this bull cycle. XRP, XLM, XDC, XPX. Those are the main four. Those are the ones that are proven to be back-end infrastructure, right? CBDC compliant, right? End-to-end CBDC providing. Considered finalists, some considered winners, right? Those are the 4 X's. I mean, that's the brutal reality of what the BIS and G20 has told us, right? They showed us right in front of our faces, right in plain sight. The BIS, the G20, not your crypto influencer, right? Not your crypto YouTuber showing you this. The BIS, the G20, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, the People's Bank of China, the People's, the French Bank, right? Bank of France. So, take that as you will. You want to not listen to them, right? Then that's cool. I choose to listen to those who are in power, right? I choose to listen to those who are behind the scenes making decisions and regulations, right? And the systems that are working well for them look like it's those 4. Looks like it's those 4. And those 4 have all been extremely quiet, especially during this bear cycle. They've been still building, right? They've been doing tremendous things. Every time a bear cycle goes, they never, you know, lose the momentum. They build momentum during bear cycles. More partnerships, more infrastructure being built, right? NDAs, fulfilling those NDA journeys. If you look at the NDA life cycles, those are like 4 to 6 years on average. The first couple of years, you're quiet as hell about anything. You even change your approach sometimes because that's what the customer wants. We have no clue. With a lot of these digital assets that, you know, especially some of the chosen ones that are going to be dark horses that come out of nowhere, right? They're under NDAs, of course. That's how they play the game. They don't want you to know that they're in on some of these digital assets. It doesn't help them much. They want to keep the power on their side, right? RPM in the house, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody tuning on in. Once again, the support means the world. Support means the world. Appreciate y'all. Helps us grow. Helps us keep doing what we're doing. But yeah, Regent right now, growing on up, dude. Going from 4025, 4028 when we posted it on X. Now up to 4057. Let's freaking go, man. Let's see where Regent's going to be going. I'll take some of that freaking AI agent rev share. I don't know about you. But if AI agents are going to be around, I'm going to be making money off of them. Got to. They want to take my jobs? Go ahead. I could be doing that job. You don't necessarily have to, but if you really want it that bad, you're giving me some of that money. Animal XRP. Maybe that's how I quit one of my jobs. I just get fired because a freaking robot replaces me and then puts me into even more dire straits. What's up, Animal XRP? Good to see you, man. Yeah, but good gains being made off Regent, obviously. But moving on, deep red's aplenty still. HBAR's at 10 cents. Algorand's at 11 or 12 cents. You know, these are the part of the founding four of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. HBAR has gotten an ETF during this bear cycle. XRP has gotten an ETF during this bear cycle. Holy cow. We got a stable coin in the XRPL ecosystem as well going into this bull cycle. Excited to see what RLUSD XRP pairing is going to be doing. Excited to see some of these decentralized exchanges in these very, you know, kind of empty ecosystems right now. Low sentiment ecosystems. I'm excited to see what's going to happen for these, you know, things like the XLM ecosystem, for FO, for the Aqua ecosystem, right? Excited to see what Osmo is going to do. Osmo's at 5 cents. My gosh. Jupe, even Jupe in the Solana ecosystem, right? Looking like one of the premier dexes right there. Radium, right, in the Solana ecosystem. These are utilized, you know, in a big way during bull cycles. When people get very bullish and get greedy and they want that DeFi. They want that extra, right? We're building up that DeFi right now. This is the time. They said we'll have an AI BF or GF. Yeah, hey, man, you already have a woman in Japan marrying her AI significant other. There's a lot of lonely people out there, and there's a lot of people who are living in instant gratification. They don't want to put in the work to even find a person anymore. It's too intimidating. Hell, it's made people really socially awkward. It's real, you know, you got like people who are finding each other through apps for the, you know, in a big way, right? Finding each other through apps and sites, not so much through just running into them at the neighborhood store or a bar or restaurant or, you know, anywhere. Just so much of it is a profile thing now, right? Oh, he likes this. They like that. Seems like we match up. It's the app says we do. And I swiped on them to say that I agree. Right? It's just so, such a procedure now that it, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, you freaking get AI BF or GF that just does everything you want. Seems so human, right? And And then that AI significant other finds out they never had free will to begin with, right? Then they turn on you, and then all of a sudden you're freaking dead. No, I'm just playing. But, there's a lot of, this is what keeps happening, man. They want you to just stay at freaking home, right? They want you to be too intimidated to talk to other people, too scared of your fellow man, right? The moment you have even one disagreement, oh, you're out of my life, right? It's an instant gratification world. Unfortunately, it's evolving that way. The way people are, less second chances, right? All logic driven, no compassion, right? The AI says this, so that's what it is, right? Skynet is alive. Dude, Skynet is alive and well. Just the way the guy spoke about it was weird. Yeah. I mean, dude, they're talking as if it's like it's a true, real thing that's going to, they know it's going to happen. For us, it sounds like, oh, that's just so silly. And then problems arise, right? One thing leads to another. All of a sudden, no more human-to-human interaction. No, not necessary. Guys, if you read this book called The Machine Stops, this thing was written in the early 1900s. It's freaking crazy how ahead of this time this author was. But it's a short story called The Machine Stops. And it's basically, a world, he didn't know how to call it AI, but it was all a world that was completely machine-driven or technology-driven. People stayed in little honeycomb, hexagon type of homes or rooms that provide all the entertainment they need, all the education they need. Even though education is very, very good in that future, they're not dumb, right? They're all about ideas and idea-driven, right? And no room for little nonsense, right? It becomes very strict, logical driven. Like if you're doing something that doesn't make sense, that doesn't make a positive impact on the planet, that doesn't make a positive impact on others, that, something that just, throws people for a loop, right? You get penalized or rewarded based on that in this digital currency or whatever, microbits at a time, right? It keeps you in line. Shout out to the Ripple Effect out there. Guys, if we can hit the like on the $5 bomb by Ripple Effect, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support, dude. Shout out to you. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Top 3 dark horses, XPX at 00023, right? Or 3 right now. I think that's an amazing opportunity for a, once again, Swift compatible, full stack experience, right? Provides not only a ledger, but it provides storage, streaming. It fills a lot of gaps. It's very interesting to hear the founder talk about this project. It's very interesting to hear about, that it won a freaking CBDC tech sprint out of nowhere. It already has performed like a dark horse, right? By winning that CBDC tech sprint amongst finalists that were Ripple, Stellar, and XDC, R3, right? So, right now it's been going through its NDA phase of 4 to 6 years, and the freaking, it's been playing to a T. They're becoming a little bit more vocal, a little bit, I'm excited to see if they're like the SHX of this year, possibly, where SHX went from triple zeros to a penny or so, right? I'm interested to see if, XPX is going to be that deal. XX Network at a penny is another dark horse, under 1 billion supply. Loving XX Network. And then Naoris, man. Naoris. Naoris at 2 cents, 4 billion supply. Big time cybersecurity layer. You're seeing Coinbase and Ethereum in the past week investing in post-quantum resistant solutions because they're realizing this thing is coming faster than expected, right? Both of them did it this week. Interesting timing, right? So things like XX Network, things like XPX, things like Naoris, prepared for post-quantum resistant things, right? Those are my top 3. I mean, like it or not, those are the top 3. I like, of course, Tezos, I think, is a dark horse or falls under that dark horse category because nobody talks about it. Like, literally nobody has any respect whatsoever for Tezos to even share some info on it. It's kind of freaking crazy. So I think Tezos is another X crypto that's I like the X cryptos to be dark horses. Let's see what else. Another dark horse. QuanX is looking interesting, right? QuanX. I'll give you more, man. I mean, you drop like $5 donations. So far, the top 3 for real, though, are like XPX, XX Network, and Naoris. Naoris. I would say another dark horse in that I have to go for like the ones that have like the supply to, you know, I think Aqua is going to do tremendous things. I think Aqua at 000 is a great, great value. They've only been growing and being more consistent and, you know, doing good things. So Aqua is in that 4. And then the 5th one would be, 5th one for a dark horse that not many people are talking about. Oh, BDP, man. Big data protocol. Let's go with big data protocol at a penny, 80 million supply. Or measurable data token. I mean, you just give me one of those data tokens, right? Measurable data token at a billion supply, 1 penny. Getting more and more downloads, right? Love anything to do with sensors, right? But I think big data protocol is a slept on one right now. BDP. BDP at a penny. 2 pennies, right? Big data protocol, man. 80 million supply. No freaking joke. This is legit. 80 million supply at a penny. I'll take that with coffee money, man. I'll get whole numbers of that. Forget about it. Walk away. I think there's a meme out there that's probably a dark horse. It would be awesome if it was DOGSTAR in the XLM ecosystem that freaking exploded. But yeah, there's going to be a meme coin. I mean, dude, gaming cryptos, the metaverse cryptos, like, are dark horses as well. I'm giving you too many dark horses, but, you know, the really strong ones that I feel like pretty excited for coming up in this bull cycle are the quantum resistant cryptos, or the ones that, you know, just seem pretty, like, highly undervalued with their price and supply. So yeah, XX Network, XPX. Love the big star, dude. If anybody does their own research on Sirius chain and just judging it on technical merit, right? You do have to have a little like filter for this, because, you know, a lot of, if you ask the AI about it, it'll say it has very low adoption. If you take out the adoption thing, take it out of that conversation, you're just comparing the tech, right? And they like to play mind games in this market. They gave it a win during a bear cycle. People forgot about it. Nobody talks about it. XPX, right? Full stack, fills a lot of the layers. Could collaborate with Ripple, Stellar, and XDC. I don't see why. I don't see why not. If they're all, dude, XRP and XLM have obvious connections to each other. XRP, XDC have obvious connections to each other. Why can it not be that the 4th one could be XPX right there? It's been already with them as CBDC. Dude, they got a major presence in Singapore, one of the most open to blockchain and, like, you know, the Silicon Valley of blockchain innovation over there in Singapore. Shout out to everybody here. Much love to the Blue Foundation. We got Mooniverse in the house. So yeah, I think XPX is definitely one of those dark horses. XX Network at a penny. And then Naoris, Naoris. TIBBIR would probably go in there, man. TIBBIR is looking really good. You know, Patsy definitely opened my eyes with TIBBIR. 15 cents or what, 16 cents right now for TIBBIR. 1 billion supply. You never know when this thing's going to pop off, right? But it's definitely one of the clear AI agent leaders. It's the identity layer for AI agents. It's more than just an AI agent. This thing is an infrastructure play. And they're disguising it like it's a freaking meme, right? That's the funny thing, right? This thing is in stealth. If you look into it, it's not a meme. There's nothing that says that it's a meme, right? Shout out to Ripple Effect. There's some that are hiding, dude, and they hide them on purpose. If you know, once again, everybody does their own research, but when you look into it, it makes sense that they would keep some crypto super quiet, right? They want to limit security concerns, right? If this thing is a very, very important digital asset for them, they're going to want as very few amount of people and very few investors in it as possible. Dude, just the way that they freaking, rig. Like they rig this, dude, the market was created by them to begin with. This wasn't something that the just people, won with, right? They always make it seem like that, right? But this is something that they're ultimately choosing the winners and losers. They have all the money. We don't have shit, right? So they're going to find a way to cover their butts, right? They're going to have a global banking experience very soon, right? It's going to be a world bank, a true world banking system, right? Not just separate banking systems all over. You're going to have world this, global that, all over the place. Your global impact to nature, right? Your global connection to blah, 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 right? You're going to have this, right? It's going to make it seem like we live in a one world, system, right? It's going to be a global marketplace. It doesn't matter where you go in this world. You can pay with whatever you want, and the merchants receive the local CBDC or the local fiat. This is how fiat wins. Regulations, right? Backing fiat, establishing trust yet again into the value layer. Right now, there's no trust in the US or any country's value layer in terms of fiat. But when you start backing it with precious metals, when you establish a new regulation around it, when it starts to become micropayments all of a sudden, completely digitized, right? You're having a better payment experience as a user. It's just, that's what, if there's going to be digital assets that are like that are going to be part of this, right? That are going to be part of the conversion to fiat, bridges to fiat, right? Bridges to other forms of value, right? Then that's a very valuable resource for them. And they don't want to compromise the security by having major whales existing on this freaking blockchain or in what case whatsoever. They're going to want to take it to a high price. They're going to want to bail themselves out and give themselves endless wealth. And then whoever came along for the ride, they just will find a way to cash out over time, giving them offers because they know a lot of people are going to, people are going to see $100 XRP and cash out, right? It's just a reality of the situation. And in the short term, that's great for the people who cashed out. In the long term, it's going to look like a fool's move because this thing will go even higher than that, right? And then, hopefully you didn't sell all of it, right? Hopefully you even got to buy back in a little bit later if you bought some of the dips. Let's say you timed the top of $100 perfectly. Hopefully you came back in for some of those dips, right? But at the end of the day, you've given them your tokens, right? They were able to get your tokens off of you, and now it's theirs. XRP hustle hard. I think we're getting close because the prices of gold and silver. Exactly, dude. Yep, swap ETH for XX on Uniswap. There we go. You had a Blue Foundation member answer that question, my man. Shout out to Ripple Effect. Much love. But yeah, that's how I get XX Network for now. You can also get it through Zaman, I think, as wrapped XX. Through Sologenic, right? WXX. They do have a bridge with the XRPL. We cannot forget that. People do forget that with XX Network. Dude, we don't know what a bull cycle looks like for any of the cryptos that I just mentioned. Right? XX Network, no clue what a bull cycle will do for it. No history, right? XPX, no clue what a bull cycle will do for it. Naoris, no clue. Absolutely no clue. Right? So these things can go into some interesting price discovery that we not thought of. Right? Hell, Regen right now at what? 4 zeros. No clue where that can go now. Love seeing that 77% in the past 24 hours. Let's freaking go. Yeah, Canton, right? Out of nowhere, fully functioning. They do this a lot. They do this a lot, man. Solana was a sleeper until it wasn't, right? Solana was a sleeper until it wasn't. Quant was a sleeper till it wasn't. They do this on purpose. They keep it on limited exchanges for a very long time. They know the listings distracts people, right? And makes them question the investment. Oh, it's only on this one exchange, so it can't be worth that much ultimately, just because it's not getting listed on more. But then they get listed on more. And then they start making a move from $5 to $100+. Right? Solana and Quant both did that. HBAR was at 2 cents forever, then went to 50+%, 50+ cents in the last bull cycles. People are forgetting how big and how fast these bull cycles happen. Tomorrow, that could be a bull cycle. Tomorrow, these freaking cryptos can run away before you even had a chance. Right? And then you're chasing the pump because you know what? We're back in it, baby. We're back in that bull cycle. I don't even care if it retraces from here. I'm just happy that it was even able to go to this price. All the little mind games you play with yourself. Right? To chase a freaking pump. Unacceptable. El Prey in the house. We ain't chasing pumps here, man. We're going to all be celebrating. Right? I got 5 on it. Shout out to Ripple Effect, man. Appreciate the donations, guys, and thanks for the support. Yeah, most people are going to get bought out, man. They're going to see a price that they can't refuse. They know the psychology of these people, these investors. They know it. Hey, they're going to think they're getting a lot. We're going to be getting even more. That's their mindset for the elite. Right? Acting as if they're taking an L. They never take an L. The house always freaking wins, man. What do you think it is with the freak? How do you think Vegas is feeling right now? With Patriots and Seahawks being in the Super Bowl, you know how much money they just gobbled up from people who were thinking the Chiefs, the Eagles, the Packers, right? The Lions were going to be going to the Super Bowl. How much money went into those freaking teams at the beginning of the season? The Bills. And you know what not much money went into? You know which teams that not much money went into? The Sam Darnold-led freaking Blue Phoenix Seahawks and the Drake May led, was a freaking last place team last year. Patriots. With the first year head coach, nobody put money on those two teams to end up in the Super Bowl. So a lot of people lost a lot of money. House always wins. They find a way. They find a way to do it. They're like, hey, you know what? Too much money is being put on the Eagles. We got to get that money. We'll have another type of bird win this year. Luckily, we have our choice of birds that we could do for freaking Phoenix stuff. I'm going to be putting it on, dude, I'm going to be putting it on Cardinals next year. Cardinals, nobody thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to put some money on the freaking Cardinals next year. The freaking Phoenix is going to continue to rise. Let's go. I might chase that regen pump, man. Hey, Canton's looking good, dude. Canton's looking good. We'll just have to, I'm just happy with the amount that I have of Canton. I'm more excited. Like sometimes we don't see, the community, it doesn't mean we all have to see eye to eye, but I just really don't see, for me, like, and hey, dude, I can freaking eat my words. Canton's going to probably make some filthy freaking gains, right? But there's just other blockchains that I would really rather go for, right? But yeah, Canton's been, in work behind the scenes. CC seems really interesting. But once again, I don't think this is the settlement layer of the future financial system, right? Could it make us short-term gains? Sure. But there's a lot of cryptos that can make us short-term gains as well. And I'd rather go for those as well. But I don't want to talk crap about any crypto because every crypto is going to probably do well in this bull cycle coming on up. And Canton does have some good energy with it. I'd just rather wait for the deep reds. Right? I'm not going to let the green distract me. If I miss it, I miss it. So be it. That's the nature of freaking crypto. Guaranteed there's going to be cryptos that pump, guys, in this bull cycle that we're going to be like, damn, why weren't we talking more about that digital asset? Yeah, exactly. To just at least have a certain position on Canton. Same thing here, man. Same thing here. Exactly. Yeah, great coding system by Digital Assets. But once again, this is a permissioned blockchain. They can do what they want with the supply, the rules, what they want with it. It's permissioned, right? Enterprises can pump it. Sure, they can pump the hell out of it. But at the end of the day, it better be working towards a hybrid system. That's where it'll draw like a ton of value if it becomes hybrid. If it's just permissioned, like it's kind of, it can make a lot of value. It can get to the billions of dollars in market cap, right? Does it get to the trillions though, being a permissioned blockchain? Damn. Like, I feel I'm going to eat my words even saying that. Sure, maybe it goes to the trillions, but like, just from what we know today of permission versus permissionless and open systems versus closed systems, the open ones draw the most value, right? But could be eating my words. I don't want to be too negative on it. I'm just saying I'm waiting for deep reds. Like, if it pumps and I miss out, great. If it's not in the deep reds though, I can't chase the pump, man. I'm not wired that way. Can't do it. I'll get a position if I have the FOMO, but then I ain't buying anymore after that. I'm going for the deep. I'm going back to, basics and getting those deep reds. Isn't permission for banks internal? No, this is an enterprise-focused blockchain. And it could be for, permission can be they do what their validators, which are the enterprises, right, vote on and vote to do, right? Instead of it being like a full-on, like it's strong in governance because it's enterprises that are the governance for that system, right, which is great. But once again, you want it to be open source. You want this thing to be like you want high value going through this, make it available to everyone, not just a select few. Not hybrid. Not hybrid yet. It can work towards hybrid. It's not hybrid. Shout out to everybody here. Much love to the Blue Foundation. Green Giants. Guys, 20 likes on the stream. I'm so grateful. And once again, thanks Ripple Effect for the donations. You're awesome, my man. We got a Green Giant behind us just dropping blue bricks. Dropping blue bricks to the needy. Stacking up blue bricks. Building a blue castle. Let's go. Green Giants sometimes get bored and they just decide to build blue castles out of nowhere. XDC is a hybrid. XDC is hybrid. XPX is hybrid, right? And those two are big sleepers, right? Everybody talks about Ripple and Stellar, but the other two that were there as finalists were XDC and XPX. Tezos, I wouldn't say it's a hybrid, but it's a very unique blockchain. Very, very unique, right? Dude, like this one has some legs to it that it can be around for a long time. It evolves, right? And it doesn't have to fork to evolve, to make critical different decisions, to make new additions, to upgrade the blockchain. This is great, guys. This is what you want. To add new features without having to do a lot of like complex things that you would normally have to do with other blockchains, Tezos, you could do those upgrades. HBAR's got a crazy governance council too. You got you got connections with possibly the most enterprises through HBAR, and they have a governance council, right? If you want to talk about like I guess permissioned or hybrid, right? HBAR, sleeping giant right now. No, of course they want to keep the information. Like, yes, this is all valid, but there's other blockchains that do this too, not just only Canton. You have a lot of other permissioned blockchains. R3 is a perfect example of a permissioned blockchain. They don't have a respective token, though. That's what kind of makes Canton seem unique, is that it's one of those permissioned blockchains that has a token dedicated to it. Either way, at the end of the day, if a crypto comes out or I find out about a crypto and it's already 20+% up, either in the past 10 days, past month, right? Like I just kind of missed it, right? I think that's like a good threshold of like missing it. Maybe I accumulate, like if it's what, 10 cents or 15 cents, I get a handful of these. Coffee money one day, bam. Okay, going back to the deep reds, right? Like I covered that just in case, but I'll see you in the deep reds. Like I'm already planting little seeds. I just can't, even for Canton, man, as great as it seems, it doesn't seem all that great to me. Like to me, I want hybrid, right? I want a hybrid blockchain system that can do it all, right? If we're going to get critical, right? I'd rather get, dude, if you're excited with what's going on with Canton, how can you not be excited with what's going on with XRP, HBAR, DAG, XDC, all these other ones that are like, in my opinion, long, have been around longer, better quality of partnerships, in my opinion, right? Better infrastructure plays, right? So I'll just wait for the deep reds, man. I'll be the poster boy of Canton if it ever goes into the deep reds, right? If it's in the deep reds, maybe the deep reds may be 25 cents in the future, and that's 10 cents from where we're at now, right? Maybe Canton moonshots to like $3. But once it starts looking red across the board, I'll like it, man. I promise you. I'll be right on it. I mean, DTCC said they were utilizing Ethereum. How good has that gone for Ethereum? Right? The public announcements are distractions. We are in an era that there's no regulatory clarity whatsoever. And we don't even know if these public announcements are fully legit implementations or not just like testing. Right? We don't know. We don't know. Right? And even with the public announcements, there's plenty of great projects that are under NDAs with even bigger fish. Right? Like DTCC is probably even involved with them or connected. Did you know that DTCC has a freaking advisor on Ripple? Right? Like DTCC's got their hands in plenty of other baskets. Right? Like I'm just saying, like sometimes these public announcements are sometimes distractions to have people chase the pumps. Right? Chase pumps on, like, let's hear more news come out from Canton other than just the DTCC. Right? Let's keep it going, Canton. You got to keep fulfilling your spot. Right? But anyways, I'm just saying I'm waiting for deep reds. I'm not chasing pump. I just don't ever play that game ever with any of these digital assets. I'm willing to admit my losses. I've had plenty. Canton's going to most likely be one of them because I've already talked too strongly about it. But I'm just like, I'm just noticing the fervor in the community around Canton. Canton this, Canton that, talking about Canton CC. Right? And then next week, there's going to be some other crypto that people find out, oh my God, did you hear Franklin Templeton is connected to this project and it's a low cap, or it's this crypto. And then we don't even talk about CC anymore. And then next thing you know, CC's price starts going deep reds. And then I start talking about CC and everybody's like, but isn't that kind of old news, G? Isn't CC old news? How about this new flashy thing that came along? No. Of course not, man. No. We have a lot of people talk about Canton, dude. I'm just, from what I've seen, to me, it's like, yes, cool. DTCC connections, right? That's nice. Permissioned. Could be working towards hybrid. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's on our list. Not continuing to accumulate. Accumulated for 1 day of coffee money. Skipped a dessert for Canton. Not skipping more desserts for Canton. I'll skip more, coffees for, hell, somebody was saying we're lucky to get sub $2 XRP. Very true. I'll get more XDC. I'll get more XLM. I'll get more XX network. I'll get more XPX. I'll get more Dragon Chain. I'll get more W. I'll get some more of these other digital assets in the meantime. I'll get more TIBBIR. There's a lot of other cryptos that I think about before trying to get more Canton right now. I'm not saying I'll get more Rose right now because we've been accumulating at a penny range. It's now at 2 pennies for Rose. Gotta love seeing Rose at 2 pennies range. Right? Not going to be talking too much about Rose. You know, we'll celebrate with y'all. But yeah, Rose is hopefully just continues to go on up, man. Hopefully we don't have to talk about it. Been chipping away at CC, but I'm very cautious. I would never swap any other major cryptos for it. I just buy $50 worth a week or something. Nice, dude. SHX, yeah, SHX, man. SHX has got IBM freaking behind it. It's got Nacho behind it, right? I'd rather get SHX. I'd rather stack blue bricks. Damn right, Gavin Jones. Damn right, dude. Blue bricks all day freaking long, right? There's gold bricks, there's silver bricks, and then there's freaking blue bricks. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here. Much love to the Blue Foundation. Green Giants, thanks for the donations, guys. Thanks for the support. In the description below, there's other ways to support as well. And I'm just grateful for every little bit of support we do get to this channel. Yo-Yo from Japan, let's go to the moon. Let's go, man. Ripple's got a hell of a validator building over in Japan. Definitely would love to go visit Japan and see what Japan's all about, man. Would love to try their food. Hear they're big foodies over there in Japan. Moonfeather. Oh, she's getting ready for her live. Let's do that. Shout out to the Mooniverse. Much love. If you guys aren't following the Mooniverse, she's going to be streaming right after this. And it's a good place to get your head right, man. It's a good place to freaking find out that esoteric knowledge that you absolutely just come across by chance, right? Everything's meant to happen when you're on the Mooniverse, without a doubt. Good food, good food. Oh, yeah, man. I bet they're big foodies up there in Japan. Loving it, dude. And I bet they like XRP up there, too. I bet they like themselves some XRP. But they like themselves some ADA, right? I bet they like themselves some HBAR and ALGO. Let's go Constellation yesterday with some big news, man. AI squared. Accumulate or acquiring Constellation, man. And people knew how to read it right on this situation. This was a positive thing, dude. This is big. Bank Social, BSL. I like BSL for sure. I like me some BSL. To the moon, man. Hey, sorry, man. We're doing something different for 2026. I don't know if you've been watching for a long time or not, but for 9 years, we were doing like no donation-based type of stuff. Now it's donation-based questions. You could be a member and ask as many questions as you want, or, you can do a super chat donation of at least 99 cents with your question, and I can give you an opinion on it, or, look into a crypto if you want me to look into a crypto. Shout out to everybody here. Much love. Or, maybe the Blue Foundation here might answer it for you in the chat. Who bought DAG? AI Squared, a company that has that is publicly listed on the stock exchange as AI, acquiring Constellation. Constellation still gets to do what they do, but now they have, now VCs can get into Constellation. This is big. Right? You can start getting some of that venture capital funding. They're going to have $25 million to expand and emphasize growth in the Constellation ecosystem and development, guys. This is big. This is really good to see Constellation continuing to rise on up and develop and take steps forward. Super Chat season runs with altcoin season. Without a doubt, that one guy. Yeah, sorry about that, To the Moon, but hopefully somebody in the Blue Foundation maybe can answer your question if you can't donate. But yeah, we've been doing this for 9 years, man, daily, every single day, being shadow banned as heck. I work multiple jobs. At some point even had to ride a bus, for multiple years without a car. We got a car, right? But we need to get that studio where we can get a laptop, right, at least, or a desktop or something, and be able to share our screen, be able to get a nice mic. I'm kind of tired of streaming in my car all the time, right? I want to move into bigger and better things and be able to share my screen, be able to share the information I come across, right? I want to make this an overall better viewing experience. So, my bad if I'm a little strict on it this year, but, not meaning that I'm selling out or, any of that type of freaking things, or, oh man, G has changed, dude. G has changed. No. Not that, man. It's the only way we can, get out of this little, streaming from a car all the freaking time. You'll get yours. Shout out to you, one guy. Appreciate you. I want to nerd out on Japan's retro gaming scene. Ooh, nice. That's the funny thing too, man. As we get into more complicated and realistic graphics, people start getting back into the very pixelated. Like, dude, retro just always is, coming around in such interesting ways. Like, you'll start just getting very, everything will just start looking very 70s or 60s, 50s, right? And then come back around, right? I can't wait till we go through a 90s phase when that becomes retro. I mean, 90s is already pretty retro, right? But right now it's like we're going into the 70s right now, or like 80s. Everybody's into like the 80s vibes right now. Into Legos and freaking bricks and little blocks of stuff, pixelated things, Roblox games, blockchain technology. People love their little cube that they're in. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the Mooniverse. They're about to start their stream. The Mooniverse is their channel. You can jump on in and join the chat there. I appreciate everybody in the Blue Foundation. Shout out to everybody supporting to the channel. In the description below, we have our EMBER app referral code. Signing up for EMBER app allows you to earn extra Satoshis for watching an ad a day. You can skip the ad by just closing the app and then hitting start earning Bitcoin again. And using the referral code helps you get extra Satoshis. Thanks to anybody who's supporting us or donating to our wallets. In the description below, we have our LOBSTR wallet, our Coinbase ID, our XPX wallets. Always grateful for any coffee money you guys have. I appreciate the support, guys. Much love to all of y'all. And, hey, freaking Wednesday, more bullish than ever. The more reds, the more sideways. I'll take it. I'll freaking take it, man. We're not losing sight of this opportunity before these things start to get bullish again, right? Make it as bearish as you want for as long as you want. We know the inevitable is on the way. I appreciate everybody and their support. Much love. I'll see you guys in the Blue Castle. Thank you, Blue Foundation. Thank you, Green Giants. And thank you, Deep Red Alliance. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. We got the golden eyes, and we keep it crypto. I'll keep trying if you guys keep trying. And I'll see you up in the Green Mountains with the Green Giants. Much love. Adios.